Today we will speak with serial entrepreneur Shamim and her new startup Playdate. Playdate is an app that is a little bit like a Tinder, but for families. It links up moms and dads with parents nearby that have similar interests and allows them to connect, meet and benefit from offers and discounts at the same time. Shamim is going to speak about the challenges, success stories and upcoming opportunities of her new startup. Today we have Shamim here, serial entrepreneur and MD of Spread Communications, and you're here with your new startup Playdate. Can you tell us a little bit more about Playdate?
So Playdate is an interactive app. It's for kids, it's for babies to meet other babies. We live in an expat city and children need a social network. You create a profile for your child and you can meet other babies in your vicinity that are of the same age or background. You can also choose which language they speak, and at the same time you can get discounts.
So it's kind of like a Tinder for babies, that's what we're talking about?
Yeah, it's for developing your network. I mean, Tinder has different objectives, but yeah, the core of it is the same, expand your social network. You upload the profile of your child, do a little paragraph about it. So like, my name is Tom and I was born in the UK. I'm 3, my parents have been here for 6 years. We also create events on there with brands, so people can RSVP to it and join the event.
So how did you come up with the concept? What was the inspiration or the gap that you saw?
I live with my sister and she has 4 kids. I could see that they interact from a very young age. They're social. And I realized that kids can do this from a young age. And then at the same time, I could see how expensive things were becoming for my sister. So I thought, what if we get babies meeting babies and then there's a brand element where the parents get discount together into one.
So it's about like creating this kind of like social engagement and at the same time offering the discounts and partner offers.
Exactly. And at the same time, because I'm a publicist, I could see that brands were looking for mums. Mums were the hot new thing. So there's 3 angles for brands. Number 1, events. So say you're a playground and you want to create an event and open up the playground to new users, we can do that. Number 2 is product seeding. We're cancelling media, we're cancelling bloggers, and we're going straight into the consumers. Number 3, discounts. So it's just 10% of this, 20% of this, just to make life easier for parents.
What's the perception from a brand perspective? Like, do they understand the concept yet?
I'm so surprised. They were so excited about it and they immediately gave us discounts. Again, it helps that my background is PR, so I knew all PR girls and they all did me little favors. In a year, when we have 10 or 20 or 50,000 users, they want to make sure that they have that access, you know. Other people have declined us, you know, you get the good and the bad.
Data must be a big part of that, right? So does that play like a big role in this?
The data is amazing. You see so much. You learn so much about customer behavior at the end of the day.
So how difficult was it to build the infrastructure, the technical infrastructure?
I knew how it would work from a PR and marketing perspective, but I didn't know how it would work from a design and tech perspective. Luckily, the partner that I have on board specializes in design. I knew what I wanted in my brain and it was just a matter of doodling it out. It's a whole new world for me. Like, I've never been in tech. It was challenging. I remember at one point it grew very quickly because we ran a campaign. And every time I'd flick, it would freeze and shut down. And I hated not having control over that, you know. But, you know, you get through it. Yeah.
Now that you have the tech, do you see applying this into like other areas?
At the moment, I really want to build that area. Perhaps in the future, we could look at adding other things like dogs and cats and animals in general. You know, you get something, you focus, you build it, and then you move on to the next.
Right now, one of the things that that we saw when we looked at the app, like you don't seem to have an Android version right now. Is there a specific reason for that, or?
The app is completely funded by myself, and to be honest, we just didn't have enough budgets to do both at the same time.
Right.
However, it's something that we're looking at the moment, and hopefully we'll be achieving that before January. It's just going to take a little bit of time.
Building the app was obviously one challenge, you said. What about promoting it? Because like obviously one of the key challenges launching an app is to actually get downloads and get users onto the platform.
You know, we have full PR behind the app. We have a doctor, a psychologist, a family specialist behind the app to kind of raise awareness about the importance of being social for your child. Full social media. The one thing that I recommend is co-branding, so tapping into someone else's network. What we do as Playdate is we team up with the brands who already have our target audience on board, and we offer them publicity. It's kind of like you being the cool kid at school, me wanting friends, me hanging out with you to get your friends. Jump on LinkedIn, reach out to them. People are so friendly in this day and age.
It's something that could run anywhere in the world, right? So it could be a global thing. but do you have a very local approach?
As an Arab, I did want something to come out of here. You know, we haven't had anything come out of this region that has gone viral or an app at this point. So I thought, let me start with something that I'm familiar with and then I'll take it from there.
How much work do you have to do in order to like drive this engagement? How much do you have to like communicate directly with the people that downloaded the application in order to start them to actually engage?
Internationally, we're not doing much, but locally, we really are. It's not a joke launching an app unless you want to waste your time, and people get bored. They think, my job here is done, or it will grow. It doesn't.
Do you agree about the concept of like marketing the experience rather than marketing the app itself?
100%. It's kind of like going to a journalist and giving him a story rather than giving him a brand. This is exactly what we do. So we're about to get a fitness expert on board that talks about moms working out and how it's good to work out before you have your baby or after your baby and fitting it into your schedule. We have obviously the psychologist that talks about the importance of babies interacting and how it helps their speech. It's key.
So what's the future plans now?
Get downloads. Probably get as many downloads as possible just to kind of see how it's going. We want to see if people are going to love it. We have amazing partnership plans coming up with Pearl FM, which is the only kids radio station in the UAE. We have a lot of collaborations happening for Christmas and I guess Android very soon, as soon as we make a little bit of money. And yeah, we'll take it from there.
Cool, awesome. It was a pleasure to have you.
Thank
And
you.
all the best with your app.
Thank you.
Creating a new startup can be challenging, but ideas like Playdate, packed with the right enthusiasm and the right strategy, can be rewarding. We hope you enjoyed this video, and for more insights into the local startup scene, please visit our blog at prototype.net and subscribe to our channels.